sooner you listen up, the sooner we can get going. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jim Ritchie. I'm with Tridel. And after your MC and a number of other things here this evening. First of all, I want to thank you very much for taking the time on the busy schedules to be with us here tonight. And if somebody back there can turn the music off, that would be wonderful. We've got a few guest speakers this evening. I promise not to keep you standing too long. We really want to show you some exciting stuff in the building upstairs and in the lobby, and unveil this amazing EcoSuite. I'm going to be joined tonight by Bill McCown from Cisco, who will be with us in just a moment, Ben Myers from Urbanation, and Jamie James, our sustainability consultant, and we'll get on with that right away. We also have in the crowd this evening, and he's at the back. He doesn't like to be pointed out, but I'm going to do it anyways. The chairman of Tridel, Angelo Delzato. Maybe you can wave, Angelo. There you go. And the president of Tridel, Leo Delzato, just over here. Just flew in to be with us this evening. So this is a little bit of a different venue for us. Unfortunately, there aren't any that I know, too many Tridel purchasers in this room tonight in this building, because this is really not a purchaser event. This is really a meeting of the minds from a media perspective. We have new media, we have old media, traditional media, almost said. We have people from very different backgrounds, but the one thing that's common is that we communicate one way or another. And we thought this would be a great way to bring everybody together and talk about what we're doing as an organization from a green perspective and also from new technology. So you're going to be hearing this from a number of folks tonight. We promise to be pretty quick. So we're going to unveil the EcoSuite tonight and demonstrate what's new in the cutting edge in green design and what our friends at Cisco call connected real estate. And I want to talk about that for just a minute. I'm going to try to stick to this because I don't want to mess this up. So both Tridel and Cisco are leaders in the respective industries, and we share the value of leadership through innovation, which we hope to demonstrate this evening. I'm sure most of you know, Cisco is globally the largest networking technology company and really a very logical partner as we pursue a connected real estate vision together, and I'm going to tell you what that is. Our two companies are working together to bring technology of Cisco and its partners into future Tridel communities to create the next generation of a living experience for condo. So Tridel's building systems are standardizing, every one of them as we go forward, to an IP, an Internet Protocol communication standard. And by deploying IP networks in our buildings that allow them to be equipped with the latest and most advanced devices. You're going to see some of that today that we've set up both in our lobby with our virtual concierge and the EcoSuite itself. So this single converged IP network will be the backbone for all systems and devices in our buildings. It's going to reduce or eliminate materials, labor, inefficiency, and redundancy. So this will allow us to invest savings in features. This savings will allow us to put money back into features and functionalities that add value to the living experience, value to our customers, whether it's mobility, wireless, ultra-high-speed internet, video services, energy management systems, security systems, and the list goes on. So a great example, as I mentioned earlier, of this collective thinking is our new virtual concierge, an enhanced concierge service through basically the cloud. Better ways to scale and efficiency and cost savings all accrue to the condominium corporation. This off-site virtual concierge system obviously has a financial benefit to on an ongoing basis with a condo. So Cisco's telepresence technology, and with our good friends that you see at Online Security, and Sydney, who's in the room just at the back there, if you wave, is making this happen, and it's up and live and working today. So for us, it's a big movement forward, going with the IP backbone and running fiber through these buildings. Ted Malucci's in this room somewhere. He's a big guy, you can't miss him. I don't know where he's. Oh, there he is at the back. So Ted and another fellow from our office who's not here tonight, Bruno Giancola, together with a really, really first-class team from Cisco, have provided all the heavy lifting to get us to this point now where we can have this new Tridel Cisco IP protocol a reality, and it is a reality today. So we can't do this alone. This whole new world in terms of technology and how it affects residential buildings needs new partnerships, and we're very proud of the partnership that we've now created with Cisco and Tridel. So speaking of partnerships, we have this EcoSuite that we want to show you tonight that we're very proud of. We have a number of key sponsors that helped us with this suite. There's some incredible things that you're going to see upstairs. Some of the sponsors, of course, Cisco is there, and an affiliate of theirs called Control 4. Another company that does this really cool thing with the solar panels that's allowing us to heat off hot water specifically for that suite, a company called Power Panel. It's an individual from Power Panel here tonight. We've got a new venture that Jamie James is undertaking called Tower Labs at the Mars Discovery District. It's one of our sponsors, and we'll be speaking to you in a moment. Our friends at Enbridge, Urpinia Kitchen, and you see that kitchen upstairs. There's a big green story with it, but it looks absolutely amazing. You can have amazing design and you can be green at the same time. We're going to demonstrate that tonight. In that vein, our friends at Rosewood Flooring are here tonight. The flooring upstairs in the EcoSuite is completely from recycled materials. It looks like the most amazing floor that you'd want to have in your own home. Has green storage, looks great. Your home custom audio has helped us out here. We've got this really cool fireplace that you're going to see that has a big green story from EcoEssence. Our friends at Delta, you can see these new appliances that are very green. Venmar, that's helped us engineer how our suites breathe, which are very different, are very efficient, and are much more healthier, which is now a Tridel standard. That suite upstairs is airtight, thanks to our friends at BASF Wall-Tight, a new type of foam that we blow into actually spray into the walls. And of course, long-time associates from Provident Energy Management. So that's the more formal speech, and I'm going to stop talking just a moment. You may have noticed these panels. So if you guys are on Twitter and you like to see what you say up on the screens, it's there. We're streaming them throughout the night. The one thing about this evening with the various media people here, of course, is that we at Tridel embrace social media. We're going to do a number of new things as we go forward. It's a very effective medium for marketing. It's a very effective medium for communications. And it seemed that if we're going to lead in that direction in our space, in residential home building, we should demonstrate it. So feel free to participate tonight in that venue. So I'm going to change up the program just a little bit. I'm going to invite a gentleman that many of you know, a gentleman by the name of Ben Myers. I think he's the tallest guy in the room. He's the editor and executive vice president of Urbanation. I think you guys know that Urbanation is the de facto source on the Toronto condo market. And Ben himself has become quite a social media personality. He shows up in tweets everywhere. Ben, come on up, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on in the condo market.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, we've definitely been involved in social media lately. So it's always kind of interesting the @tweets that Urbanation gets. So I get accused of being a shill for the real estate industry because of all the positive things that I'm saying. So, but the funny thing is most of the key indicators in the market right now are positive. So we're just now working on our Q3 numbers in the new condominium market. We just did our preliminary numbers in the resale condo market. So again, very positive results. 20% increase year over year, third quarter of 2011 over third quarter of 2010. Index pricing now, or the price per square foot in the resale condo market, and overall in the Toronto CMA is now $400 a square foot. So that's up 7.5% year over year. And the great thing is having 7.5% appreciation is that's probably the healthiest spot that we want to be at. Under 5%, you see investors start to look other areas for their investments. Over 10%, well, that's when you start to get overheated and people start to worry about appreciation going up too quickly. So 7.5% actually is exactly where we want to be. And actually, I want to thank the developers that are out there in terms of the new, because in the new market we're actually seeing the exact same thing, about 7.5% appreciation, because these developers are being fairly moderate in their prices that they're coming out on these new developments, and that's actually helping the overall health of the market. Former City of Toronto is now at $528 a square foot, and the downtown core is now at $580 a square foot. So the key to looking at the resale market is this is actually what I call the real buyers. You know, it's not affected by the investors that are out there in the market and potentially overshooting in some of these markets. These are actually real buyers walking through units and purchasing. So it's good to see that we're seeing not only appreciation in the sales, but appreciation in the pricing. We're now in the third quarter, we're at 46% sales to listings ratio. That kind of gives you an idea of demand in the market. Anything over 40% is looked at as a solid, so we're definitely in a solid market in terms of where the sales to listings ratio is. But the thing that was really interesting is now that we're tracking the condo rental market, we just got so many requests for people to track what's happening in that market, because investors are now, like we said many a times, 50 to 60% overall in the Toronto market, and in some of these downtown projects, 70, 80, 90% of the buyers are looking to purchase and rent out suites. And the lease to listings ratio in the third quarter in the condo rental market was 78%. So we're saying that 40% is a strong market. 78% certainly tells you that there's a lot of demand out there for renters. And so obviously, if there's any condo investors out there, you can see that certainly there's demand, very much demand for that. The condo rents on a per square foot basis were $2.23 per square foot, so up 6.2% annually. So not as strong as the resale or the new condo market, but still a very solid result and a lot higher than when we first started doing the report. Actually, in Q1 it was only 2.5%. So very solid results in the condo rental market. So unfortunately, I don't have any Q3 numbers on the new condo market, but I'll just rehash some of the numbers that I talked about a lot from the second quarter. There was 9,455 sales in the second quarter, 30% higher than the previous high quarter of Q2 of 2007. So unbelievable result in the market. We had 45 new projects in the market, and certainly when you start to see that, people say, "Oh wow, you know, is it going to be a bubble? Is it going to be a bubble?" But the amazing thing was with all those new projects in the market, they actually had the highest absorption rate ever among new projects, which is totally opposite from what you would think. You'd think additional supply, lower absorption rate. So amazing results. We're now at a record number of projects overall in the Toronto CMA, 300 projects, almost 80,000 units. But the amazing thing is only 16% of those 80,000 units are unsold. And again, that's a record low for the market. We have almost 40,000 units under construction in the Toronto CMA, and 88% of those units are sold. So certainly you get questions. Well, look at all these cranes. Look at all these cranes. You can tell them 88% of those units are sold. So we're certainly in a solid position in terms of that. Like I mentioned, unsold supply is below 5-year averages in the market. So despite all these new projects coming online, things are selling. So. You think I'd want to throw out a couple negative things, but I'll keep it all. I'll keep it all positive. So the market is really fantastic. I honestly look for negative things to talk about in my report, but just every one of the key indicators that we look at in terms of the health of the market is positive right now. So it's good certainly for all the people working at Tridel. So. So that's all I have for you guys. So thanks for having me.
Just I can point out that in terms of the of Twitter, the hashtag is either Tridel or EcoSuite, and it must be working because this thing hasn't stopped. It's not a BlackBerry, so it's working. And it's constantly buzzing. Anyway, I'm not going to go too far down that one because I get very passionate about these darn phones. So I'm going to now ask our next speaker up, if I can find my notes, and that's Jamie James. Jamie James, try saying that a bunch of times. Jamie James is our sustainability consultant at Tridel. long history with Jamie, and he's the founder of Tower Labs, which we're very, very happy to be associated with at the Mars Discovery District. So Jamie, if you'd like to come up and talk a little bit about green sustainability and innovation at Tridel.
Thank you, Jim, and it's great to see everybody here. I want to focus on innovation and just put the EcoSuite into a general context, because 5 years ago, building a LEED condo, and LEED is the Green Building Certification Program, building a LEED condo was itself an innovation, and today it's standard practice for Tridel. Today we have 30 buildings, roughly 10 million square feet, all pursuing LEED certification, and that puts Tridel at number one, probably certainly in the Canadian context, but because of the size of the market here and Tridel's position in the market, probably in North America as far as being subscribers to the LEED Green Building Rating System. What it means for Tridel home buyers is that collectively they will potentially be saving literally millions of dollars a year. We've done some post-occupancy energy audits, and we see that each building saves about $100,000 a year or more. So how did we get here? It was mainly through mainstreaming the green innovations, some of which you'll see upstairs because they're part of the base building that we're in, which is actually a LEED building as well, and will be certified as a LEED building. But of course, once an innovation is adopted as a baseline specification, it's no longer really an innovation. So we have to continue to push and dig deeper and look for newer opportunities for advancement.